July 16, 1945, the world's first atomic test. When the great scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer witnessed that destructive, hell-like explosion and was asked how he felt, he didn't mention modern science. He quoted a verse in Sanskrit, Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapatuthita, which means if the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst forth at once in the sky, that would be like the splendor of the Mighty One. Think about that. The father of the atomic bomb was taking refuge in the Bhagavad Gita. Were our ancestors, the ancient sages, just primitive monks living in forests? Or were they advanced scientists who held the master key to understanding the cosmos? A key that modern science is now spending billions of dollars to find. In this video, we are going to erase the word mythology forever. From the evidence of the sunken city of Dwarka to the shocking theories of ancient Indian time travel, get ready to discover the scientific secrets of Sanatan Dharma that were never taught to you in school. Hello friends, and welcome to the story of a culture that is both the beginning and the end of science itself. First, let's travel to the coast of Gujarat in India. For centuries, so-called historians taught us that the great city of Dwarka was just a story, a myth. But when the National Institute of Ocean Technology began its exploration in the depths of the ocean, both science and history fell silent. They didn't just find stones, they found an entire submerged city at a depth of 70 feet. Massive walls, huge ship anchors, and the very same seals described in perfect detail in the Mahabharata. Carbon dating suggests that this city could belong to the Dwapar Yuga. This is powerful evidence that the Mahabharata wasn't a story, but the history of this planet. And why stop at Dwarka? Look south to Ram Setu between India and Sri Lanka. For centuries, it was dismissed as a myth. But today, from NASA's satellite images to views from space, a mysterious bridge-like structure is clearly visible in the ocean. Geologists believe there is a chain of limestone shoals over 30 kilometers long, which could be from the time of the Treta Yuga. This structure does not look like a normal natural formation. Now for the claim that was dismissed as superstition. The Valmiki Ramayana clearly describes how stones with the name Ram written on them were made to float on the ocean. Today, science understands these stones as pumice stones, volcanic rocks that don't sink because of their porous structure. So the question is this a sample of ancient civil engineering? A technology we still can't fully comprehend today. Now we are about to leave the physical world and enter the mind-bending world of quantum physics. In the 20th century, Albert Einstein told us that time isn't constant, but relative. Meaning, in environments with high speed and different gravity, time moves differently, slower or faster. This is called time dilation. But wait, pause. Thousands upon thousands of years ago, the Srimad Bhagavat Puran tells the shocking story of King Kakudmi. The king travelled to Brahmalok, a higher dimension, to find a suitable husband for his daughter Revati. He only had to wait for a few moments to meet with Brahma. But when he returned to earth, he was told that 27 Chaturyugas, meaning millions of years, had passed. His entire lineage, his entire era had all become a forgotten history. This is the exact same principle of time expanding, of time slowing down, that modern science today calls time dilation. And that's not all. Our ancient texts also contain the concept of the multiverse. There are descriptions of how, just as bubbles in the ocean are created and destroyed together, countless universes exist simultaneously with their own Lord Brahmaji, Lord Vishnuji, and Lord Shivji. Today, modern cosmology, through string theory and quantum mechanics, is also talking about a multi-universe reality. So the million-dollar question is, how did our ancient sages know all of this without supercomputers and space telescopes? Now let's talk about ancient Indian technology, a forgotten chapter of human genius. Did aviation really begin with the Wright brothers in 1903? Incorrect. About 8 years before the Wright brothers, in 1895, on the Chowpatty beach in Mumbai, Shivkar Bapuji Talpade flew an unmanned aircraft named Marutsakha. But even before him, ancient texts like the Vaimanik Shastra, composed by the sage Bharadwaj, contain detailed descriptions of aircrafts known as Vimanas that could travel not just in the sky, but to other planets and even underwater. Critics call these myth and imagination, But these same texts talk about metal alloys, anti-gravity principles, and propulsion systems. Was this just imagination or a lost technology whose proof has been destroyed over time? Just look at the Iron Pillar of Delhi. For over 1600 years, it has stood under the open sky, enduring rain, sun, and all kinds of weather, but it has not rusted to this day. Today's modern metallurgy is still struggling to create a 100% rust-proof iron alloy. So what is this? This is the living, undeniable proof of ancient Indian metallurgy. And the human body, the most complex machine in the universe. Thousands of years ago, in the Sushruta Samhita written by the sage Sushruta, detailed methods of surgery were described. From rhinoplasty, which is plastic surgery of the nose, to cataract and complex abdominal operations, at a time when in many parts of the world, disease was considered the work of evil spirits or a curse from God, here in India, medical science had developed to its peak. And our temples and our mantras, are they just about faith or a profound symphony of science and spirituality? When you stand in the Garbhagriha, the sanctum sanctorum of an ancient temple, you are not just in front of an idol. You are inside a geometrically perfect structure built at a specific longitude and latitude, a point of high cosmic energy. And a mantra is not just a prayer, it is a tool. A tool that uses the science of sound, dhwani, vibration, kampan, and chetana, consciousness. Every mantra has a specific frequency, a vibration, which has a direct, scientifically proven effect on the human brain and body. This is not tradition, it is a profound and subtle science. Many of the world's greatest scientists have openly admitted that they found a world of new possibilities in the ancient knowledge of India. Nikola Tesla was deeply inspired by Vedic concepts like Akasha and Prana. Niels Bohr, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, said about the Upanishads, "I go into the Upanishads to ask questions." And Oppenheimer himself considered the Bhagavad Gita his inspiration. All of these great minds found in our Vedas and Upanishads that unity, that oneness, a grand unification of everything which is often missing in Western science. Friends, we are the heirs of a civilization, a glorious civilization that gave the world the number 0, that gave astronomy the exact calculation of the distance and speed of planets, and that understood life by connecting it with the cosmos. We don't need any external validation, any Western stamp of approval. What we need is just to recognize our roots, our heritage. We were not superstitious, we were world teachers, Vishwaguru. And now, the time is coming. A renaissance is dawning. It is time to reawaken that consciousness. So now I ask you, do you also feel that modern science is just slowly, step by step discovering the very same things that were already present in our ancient texts? Your comments are welcome.